Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show. Today, I'd like to welcome Ed Pierce, the Director of Channel Sales in North America for Aryaka, the sponsor of the Top Gun Show. Ed is responsible for the creation, implementation, and management of growth strategies for all national and foundation partners of Aryaka. Prior to joining Aryaka, Ed spent almost 9 years as VP of Channel Sales for Windstream, followed by 2 years as VP of North America indirect and commercial sales for Brinks Home Security. Also on the show today with me is Rich Farbman, the VP of Alternative Channels for Aryaka. Rich joined Aryaka about 5 years ago after spending 15 years as a sales director for XO Communications. Guys, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here.
Yeah. I like when we have a twofer, when we got, two guys on the show. This is great. So let's start with you, Ed. Talk a little bit about your role with Aryaka. What are your priorities and what would you like to accomplish this year in 2022?
Sure. So my primary focus with Aryaka is twofold. It's to manage the relationships with all of our TSPs, as well as just overall program management of our foundational partner program. From what I'd want to accomplish in 2022 is I definitely want to bring a little bit more structure and discipline around our support model and go-to-market strategy with our TSPs. And then in addition to that, the full rollout and implementation of our foundational partner program.
Yeah, the partner program is big. One of the things I didn't know before you guys sponsored the Top Gun Show was that 89% of your revenue is in the channel. That's amazing. That's a huge number. That's great.
Yeah, and Steve, that's actually a historical number. And now with our new launch, we're going to be 100% channel led.
Love it. It's music to my ears. Okay, yeah. Rich, same question. What are your priorities and what would you like to accomplish in 2020?
Yeah. Thanks, Steve. So my role here at Aryaka is I'm focused on alternative routes to market for Aryaka. So anything outside of Ed's area of expertise is where I'll be focused for 2022. And really what I'm trying to accomplish here this year is to enable and activate these three main buckets for Aryaka, these three alternative routes to market: marketplaces, distribution and traditional resale channel, and then technology alliances. And that could be through security or UCaaS, really just enabling those channels and activating them to produce revenue and opportunities for Aryaka.
That's great, man. I love it. Great answer. Well, Ed, Aryaka recently announced its new Accelerate Channel Partner Program. Please describe that program and why it's relevant to the channel.
Sure. And as we mentioned a moment ago, Steve, we're now 100% channel led. And when we talk about a partner, the partner is the center of our universe, as we like to say. And everything we do is built around the success of our partner. So as we spoke about a moment ago, it used to be 89%, which was a pretty impressive number. Now we're 100%, and everything we do is focused around our partners. We want to somewhat be the untelco, right? We don't want to have any friction. We want to make it simple, easy to do business with. And every incentive that we put out there, we want to conduct ourselves under the carrot versus the stick mentality.
I love it. I mean, to build your sales program around the sales partner, and you call the sales partner the center of the universe. I mean, that's music to my ears, man. That is great stuff. I love it.
Thank you.
Good answer. Well, Rich, what's the number one takeaway that you want the viewers of this episode to remember the most?
Yeah, if it's one thing, anyone who's watching, and I know there's millions of people watching, you have to all attend our upcoming webinar on January 25th, where we'll be launching. This will be the global launch of our Accelerate program, our new channel program. It'll highlight incentives, spiffs for partners, new ways for partners to enable and generate revenue and wrap their services, whether it's managed services or professional services, around our solutions and products that we've launched recently. It's going to be huge for partners to take advantage of all the stuff we'll be talking about on this webinar on the 25th. So if you haven't registered already, make sure you do. Ed and I will both be posting about it, and we'll link to it in this posting when it goes live.
That's great. January 25th. Now, is that going to be recorded? Can someone who can't make it watch that later after the 25th?
Of course. Yeah, we'll make sure after the 25th, it'll be on Bright Talk, so it'll be available, and we'll send it out.
Great, great.
However, Steve, there will be a chance to win some prizes if you're there live. So I'd encourage you to be there live.
What kind of prizes?
Can't tell you that. That's where you
Very
have to be there.
You
significant.
have to kill me. I love it.
That's right.
Well, Ed and Rich, I'm going to ask Ed first because I know both of you are big fans of the Top Gun show. And then I know there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Ed, let's start with you. Tell the viewers a fun, little known fact about yourself.
Well, Steve, it's interesting when you talk about big fans of the Top Gun show because I'm an avid coffee drinker. And I'm not going to give you any obscure Glengarry Glen Ross coffees for closers, quote or line. However, I will tell you that every morning I get up and I'm all excited and I head out to the mailbox and with the anticipation that today's going to be the day that I get one of those highly coveted Top Gun show coffee mugs. So hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to keep going until that day comes.
Well, I got to tell you, I was a little delayed because I was ill. I shipped them out today.
Nice.
I shipped them out today. They are life-changing. You're absolutely right. People have reported weight loss, sales increase, hair growth on men only. I mean, I don't know how it happens, but it's all good stuff, man. You're going to love it.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Rich,
Ed
what
and I
about
could
you?
both use some hair growth.
What about you, Rich?
So I'm a pretty avid marathon runner. I've run the New York Marathon 8 times, Boston 1 time, and hope to run my 10th marathon this fall when I'll run New York again. So not a lot of people know that, but I love running. It's a way for me to both mentally and physically stay sharp.
You know, I've had a few guests that have had that answer that they run marathons. That's 26 miles. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't even like driving 26 miles, let alone trying to run it.
Yeah. I would rather run it than sit in the car for that long.
That's great. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to join me on the Top Gun show today. It's been my pleasure to get to know you both and to spend time together. I'd also like to thank the executive leadership team of Aryaka for sponsoring the Top Gun show. It's been fun and rewarding to get to know Aryaka at a much deeper level. So thanks for being a guest today.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, man. Thanks for watching, everybody.